Welcome back everyone to Kaiserreich. And last time we initiated our war against La Plata. We're doing quite well, and well, last time was a long time ago, so now I'm gonna have to get myself acquainted again. So we have a massive swarm of units coming for the south. We have managed to surround and destroy some enemy units in the vicinity. And then, well, now we're pushing down and trying to snipe for VPs. I remember. Up here, we're just holding the enemy with a few divisions, and south is where our main push is happening. Okay. I should probably switch this around. This battle line isn't that great. Let's change the battle plan slightly. Like that. These divisions... Really now. How are 4 divisions assigned to this front line, but 5 divisions assigned to this? I have no idea. Let's see. Okay. And then just continue doing that. What do you mean? Oh, well, I don't care. It's fine. It's fine. Our Air Force is around. Because we do have our close air supports working together with our fighters, but it seems like there's rain, so no close air supports. Okay, let's get this right started, actually. Let's see. Oh, right. Hearts of Iron once again kind of derping me with its user interface. Probably move like that. We've got our armor moving across. We can encircle these 2 enemy divisions. 9th Infantry Division and 13th Infantry Division by attacking this. Actually, I'm gonna attack this infantry division because it's in the plains. This one was in the hills. Of course, they are coming in with reinforcements, but with our armor, we should be able to punch through and take that. We're not really engaged in any other combats. I mean, we do have this going on, but once they leave in about a day, so I'll have to keep an eye out on the clock, I can just move in and take care of the rest quite easily. Of course, this is where our armor comes in. Our armor is very much hard to counter for the enemy, and so they fucked up, to be completely honest. And will Tibet declare war on Bhutan? How the heck does that... I've almost never seen this war happening. Considering Tibet was fighting the Maklek, I'm guessing that Bhutan's gonna go down. What would be bad for Tibet is if the Scourge of the Steppes over here comes in around them, into the rear. So the Ma War finally ended. Mongolia took most of that territory, but actually Qinghai went to the National Protection Alliance, and Tibet got nothing. Very unfortunate for them. And yeah, up here, of course, we have our allies suiciding themselves against the enemy in some forested and jungle areas, but thankfully this is actually kind of distracting a lot of the enemy and allowing us to have more of a leeway down south. And now we can coordinate an attack on Rosario, which is the capital of Argentina, or sorry, La Plata, after Buenos Aires fell. So now we are going to have 4 divisions converge on it, and that should be the end of them. Now our tanks and infantry are ready to rush across this gap. It's all plains, the pampas. They're all going to be easy targets. Our armor is just going to be able to rush through, as you can see, much faster than the infantry, and reach the coastline where there's a port, and that's the last remaining supply line to these infantry divisions. They're now going to be trapped in this pocket. There we are. We're going to have our other troops close in the gaps and make sure that no enemy force can relieve them, while slowly pushing them in. Slowly pushing them into the sort of central area. There we are. And after this, we're going to need to try to find a way to... Whoa. What the? Oh, sure. We need to try to find some way to get a VP. La Plata does still have quite a lot of national unity. So actually Paraguay has 10 victory points. So I know what I must do to win this. However, I don't like having to do what I have to do right now. That is not good. That is not good. There's way too many VPs. And the terrain here is terrible. So having an offensive in this region is not going to be easy. This all belongs to the South America. The South America air zone. Hold on. Why are you bad? Would it be better to be in this airfield? I do not know. And I need to try to capture it soon. Okay. The pocket is ever shrinking. Once we reduce it, we're going to be in a good spot. Let's try to take that airfield just to see if our close air support's mission efficiency is going to be increased. Okay, our armor continues its headlong push into enemy regions. And there we are. Great. So now the armor... Oh god. What's happening? Oh no! It's the crashes! Okay, no, never mind. So now the armor... What happened with you? Well, you're still trying to fight my militias, but... I mean, you might win. Eventually you're just gonna run out of supplies, though. Okay, so that's actually the last port for the Argentinian Navy in the Argentinian mainland. Or actually, that was the port where they were stationed. They've still got this port down here in Patagonia. Although... isn't Patagonia just this peninsula? Or I'm guessing this whole peninsula is just called Patagonia. Well, where can my tanks go? Definitely not anywhere here. Let's pull them... Let's pull them up north. They're going to participate in the assault for Cordoba, which is a VP. Now... we're going to continue our offensive moves up here. The best way to approach this fight, I feel like, is going to be to attack this pocket from multiple directions. It's a big, giant salient, so its flanks are very vulnerable because they have to worry about covering a lot of flanks, of course. Thus, their concentration is very much lower. No, you're not going to go down. I'm sorry. That is just not how it's going to work. How it's going to work is that you're going to attack Cordoba. And you're going to succeed at that because you're armor. And armor is basically uncounterable right now for our enemies. And the Irish Socialist Republic has capitulated. So, the German Empire, actually. So, not good for the International. Of course, the International are the people that we want to win. Not the best. Down here, however, we're doing just fine. We are doing just fine. And, oh, actually, this is claimed by... it's Chaco. So, of course, it's claimed by our ally Bolivia. So, Chaco is going to be secured. And then, hopefully, we're going to take Paraguay. Looks like that infantry division that we've just pushed back from these jungles is going to be in a very bad way, and we're going to be able to just kind of come in and charge into Asunción, which is the capital of Paraguay, of course. And some more bad things are happening, but that's fine. I know why this is happening. Let me just fix it. There we are. Should be all smooth from now on. Smooth sailing for the Republic of Brazil, or I guess you could say the United Communes. And as predicted, the Mongolians are like, nah, we don't need Tibet anymore. We're just gonna rush in and take it. And Bhutan itself is doing quite well against Tibet, so pretty good tidings for Bhutan, pretty bad for Tibet. We're gonna continue improving our infantry equipment, which is a pretty important little effort for us. And right now, of course, in the mountains, this attack is going to be a lot less effective than what we're used to. I guess we're just going to add another infantry division. And by that, destroy these two enemy units. Once we take those mountains, I think with Cordoba and Asuncion in our hands, La Plata is going to be in a very bad way indeed. Let's see. Oh, actually, wow. So it's going to surrender when it has 20% or less of the victory points. And somehow you have 43% victory points, even though I've just taken 10 out of you. Why isn't there a victory point map mode? I don't like the day-night loop. Faction map mode. I'm just trying to see if any one of these is going to display VPs. Maybe resource. Nope. Supply states, maybe? What is this yellow? What is this? Maybe it's rural, urban. Rural region. Okay, so this is urban regions and this is rural regions. Okay. Pastoral. Yeah. This is not looking all that good. There we are. At least we're going to take Cordoba. Maybe that was... maybe Paraguay is a colony state for them. It is a colony state. That's why it wasn't all that important. Okay. Because it was not a core state. That makes a lot of sense, actually. I was trying to just extricate a solution, but turns out that it wasn't really all that strange. Anyway, now we do have that airfield, right? Let's see if our air force is going to be more efficient operating from Buenos Aires. So let's see. 18% average mission efficiency. 19% mission efficiency for you. You're still not active. Let's see. So from 19.4% to 18%. Both of that is really not that good. That's because of these South American air zones just being terrible. There we are. Now we can bag that presidential guard, actually. Guardia Presidencial. So Mr. Justo over here is not going to be happy. Okay, now we've got all of our sort of offensive working together. However, the problem still stands that somehow, some way, they're not capitulating. And I'm going for the full capitulation. I'm not going to settle for event peace treaty. That's not going to fly on my watch. Not at all. Because La Plata is a mortal enemy. So they're going to need to go down. I've got an idea. How about we get an offensive together to overrun this section? We're just going to attack everywhere. This is not going good. That's because their infantry divisions really aren't all that bad now. Looks like they've... Wow, okay, no. I have no idea. Without artillery, I'm not sure how they're reaching this high level of a soft attack. But I guess it's the defensive advantages of the forest that is really giving them... Okay, the decryption advantage... The base value is 72. Really? How do you get so high with a just infantry division? Like, hold on. Let's check this out. Oh, really now? 75. Huh. Anyway, I guess I had a worse expectation for infantry. Anyway, yeah, because of the forest, they're able to hold off against our better equipped units. It's kind of annoying. But, I mean, the armor, of course, it's also very much dampened by the forest, but they just don't really care because they're armor. They're strong. And the worst that can happen is, well, we get a bigger encirclement from the north, as you can see. Now, all of this is secured. Unfortunately, I'm not... this is going to be a colony state, right? Oh, Chaco Boreal is for some reason a core state for Argentina. Even though this is not part of Argentina, and it's... well, it's supposed to be coming from Paraguay. This is Paraguay. And Bolivia, of course. Huh, weird. Anyway, now we're going to take those two divisions. Thank you very much. Because the AI keeps being very reckless with its infantry division placement. Now, as you can see, we can do that. And, ooh. So, Portugal declared war on the Iberian Federation. That's going to be not going well for Portugal. Not going to be going well for Portugal at all. Okay, now we got the Enguesa. We should probably go down to some of these. Mechanized army would be pretty good. Just because I want the Project Tamoyo for new armor. However... yeah, we just need new research slots. So I'm going to first go with the Paulista Metropolis. I'll first go with the Paulista Metropolis, and then after that, I'll just try to rush down to, where is it? There's supposed to be a research slot somewhere. Where's the other research slot? Right, down here. Military science. Yeah, going down all of this. Do you just need one of the following? Good. So we're just gonna, like, select one of these, you know, and get ourselves some good, good research established. That's gonna be very, very important. Otherwise, we're never gonna get strong enough to take care of some of the bigger enemies, like the United States that avoided the Civil War. And, of course, the Commonwealth of Canada. Damn, 90% national unity. This is not going to be easy to take down. If the United States start to really mobilize, they're going to be monstrously powerful. They've already got a massive navy and a massive air force. So, of course, they just need their army to be strong. And their AI to not be derp. I sincerely hope that the United States AI is not derp, though, because that's going to add to the challenge very gratefully for me. Taking down the United States when it's in good form is always fun. Huh. Well, you're just giving me some free encirclements, by the way, AI. Come on. Yeah, 1st Infantry Division. The first team. Big Red 1 in America, but soon to be Big Red None in Argentina. Haha, I am so funny. Let's see if you can go to Tucumán. I mean, this is some pretty terrible terrain for armor. You're probably going to be taking some pretty heavy losses and then some pretty heavy attrition on top of that, just to have a nice bit of topping cherry on top of the already pretty bad cake of losses in the jungles. But hey, that's fine. Good. And we're going to have those guys encircled, and they're going to stay encircled. Unfortunately, it seems like... oh, actually, no, we're coming in. Let's see. Stop those guys from reinforcing, and we're going to have this in the bag, pretty much. Come on. Good. And now we're just going to take this guy down. I mean, he's in the forest, and he's harder to take down, but... hey. Okay, so we do get the event. Argentina is defeated. Argentine forces are on the losing grounds on all fronts, and their war effort is more or less a partisan resistance than a real defense now. Now the Argentines will pay for their lack of vision. Either sue for peace, they know they're utterly beaten, or Argentina. Now that's a funny way of spelling Transplatina. Of course, that's because La Plata, the river, we are on the other side. So for us, this area would be Transplatina on the other side of the La Plata River. I mean, this is gonna release. This is gonna release a lot of things, and we're gonna take a lot of territory, including the Malvinas, including also Isla San Pedro, which is oh damn, isn't that South Georgia in English? I don't know. Well, there's 30 people here, and there's 2,000 people on the Malvinas, aka the Falklands. Sao Paulo. Of course, all those states, Paraná and Campo Grande. Campo Grande. That would be this, which is already ours. And Paraná, I'm pretty sure, is already ours too. Okay, so it's just redrawing all the borders over here. Of course, Paraguay and Uruguay would become independent states, but what we actually... Oh, Uruguay and La Plata would become our puppets. But not Paraguay. For some strange, insane reason. Do we have the ability of justifying war goals? We do. So we can rectify that pretty easily. And we can give Bolivia the Chaco Boreal, because they do have the cores over there. No, actually, they just have a claim. They could probably integrate it, though. I mean, they're gonna have to deal with it. I'll just take Paraguay for mine, because Uruguay and La Plata are gonna become my puppets. There we are. So the Uruguayan Social Republic has been established under Emilio Frugoni. That sounds like an Italian. Absolutely. Paraguay is just an island of reactionaries in here. Oh, they actually have a focus tree. I didn't know. Huh. Libertad o muerte. Liberty or death. Well, I'm gonna instantly decide that they need to go. And surround them with my army. Wait, did they ever, like, retake? No. Actually, whoa, this is actually very powerful, because all their divisions have instantly become part of the new Argentine commune. So I actually get to keep their army. Wow, that's pretty powerful. And Uruguayan Social Republic has 111. Okay, so they don't have all that much, but they do have some stuff. And it looks like they're going to be able to get some development through their focus tree, which isn't really all that big or strong, but hey, it's going to be okay. Of course, they don't have any of that. Well, so the new sort of political landscape of South America is pretty okay for us. Now we've got all of our guys. We're going to surround Paraguay. And we're going to just run in. Okay, these forces, they can head back to Rio. There's no need to use the tanks against Paraguay. Chile is, well, hopefully going to come down into, where is it? After they get the third chairman elections, they're going to hopefully come down and do, direct row from Santiago, do the ANL PSC Pact, which is going to be giving us another ally. And then, after all of that, we're going to need to deal with the reactionaries to our north, Leopardo, Colombia, and the realm of Peru, and Venezuela, and Ecuador, I guess, too. Of course, this is the Entente, and the Netherlands is part of the Central Powers, or Mitteleuropa. So all of this is sort of outside of our reach for now, but hey, can't really expect to deal with it now. We're gonna need to deal with it eventually, though. And we may have even kept the navy for Argentina, did we? Yes, we did. There's 22 ships that they have roaming around somewhere. Where are they? I do not see. I do not see their ships anywhere. See, I wish it could just, like, you could have an option to control navies as well as control armies. Like, for example, here, request forces. I can get all their divisions and control them. There should be an option for that for navies as well, to be completely honest. In fact, it should be more important for the navies than for the army, because one, there's more historical, I guess, evidence for this kind of a thing being done. Like, a lot of countries just, you know, after surrendering would have to surrender their navies to the opposing side. For example, after World War II, like, the Soviets got a fair share of Italian ships and German ships, whereas the British got some, etc., right? Even after World War I, the German fleet was brought all the way to Scapa Flow, where they scuttled themselves. But if it wasn't for that, then a lot of the German ships would have gone into British control. So things are not... Oh, increasing stability. Great. Things are not really... things are not really all that realistic if you cannot control... Really now? They can still go down these lines. Interesting. So, if you cannot do this kind of a control of ships, you cannot, like, ask for them to surrender their ships. You're kind of missing out on some pretty important, like, diplomatic tools, I guess you could say. So I don't know. The Iberian Federation is, as predicted, taking down Portugal, although Portugal is now part of the Entente. This is a marvelously small Entente, to be completely honest. So it shouldn't be all that bad for them. And ooh, well, the agrarian revolt happened. They should be crushed, and the Borafia commune isn't weak. But as you may know from my playthrough of the Borafia commune, even though these guys are only in 2 states, they can take quite a bit of the army with them. So they can be a very, very, very harsh opponent. Of course, Madras, who is somehow incredibly strong, is dealing quite well with the Dominion of India, which is actually distracting the Entente. Interesting to think about. And out here, the Japanese are very much struggling against the Qing. That is because this is part of the imperial cities. So they've only really got this connection on land to the Qing. And the Qing are going to be starting to spam divisions out incredibly fast, as they always do. That's an interesting color for the Dutch East Indies, but they are social democratic. And whoa, what happened here? Looks like some bugs are happening. Really? Save bugs, oh no. Well, I mean, not like the Australians are gonna miss these states. I mean, they're gonna miss Darwin a little bit, 100,000, and Canberra. But a slightly weaker Australia isn't really game-breaking. I have no idea how that happened, but I guess they got reworked in a tiny update. And Morocco's always around. Okay, now we're getting our war goal, which is going to be coming down soon enough. And of course, let's continue researching all this. Electronics, pretty important. Let's see if we can take the war goal before they can start to build their army. We still don't have any standing forces. We could stage a coup, but actually no, I cannot stage coups. Right. I'd completely forgotten about that. Really? Argentina's sending volunteers to the agrarian revolts. Damn it. This is not what I expected. It's interesting that puppets actually send volunteers off to civil wars. Like, that's not something I think, ever seen. But it's pretty interesting. Come on. Where is the war goal? Do give it to me. Do give it to me. And there we are. I'm just gonna take it. There we are. So you're all in the war, and we'll just take it. As soon as we take Asunción, we're gonna be golden. And it's gonna be ours for the taking. Of course, after this, I'm gonna end it because it's already running pretty late. I have, however, one, I guess, question request. I am, well, not really going to end the playthrough soon, but I can already see the end in sight down the line. And unlike the last times where I kind of waited until the last video to ask you guys about the opinions you had for another country, I'm gonna do this right now this time. So do drop down some opinions in the comments. I think I might even like set up a vote in a few days, because one thing that I want to do is that I want to play a democracy for the next time in Kaiserreich, because I've been playing a lot of really nat pops, a lot of syndies, and not really any democracies anytime in the last few playthroughs. So I guess, I mean, I can try to play a democracy for the next time, and that should be pretty fine. Wait, Leopardo Colombia, no, they're not part of a coalition. Anyway, I am going to justify on Peru next, the realm of Peru, whatever that is supposed to mean. No, please. Okay. Well, how are we gonna do Peru? That is jungles. I hate jungles really hard. Although we should have naval supremacy against Peru. That depends on Argentina, and I don't trust Argentina's navy. So I guess we can use our air force better. You know, I think we have enough close air supports, right? But we're already starting to get some fighters produced as well. Not enough, however. Let's produce fighters. Fighters are important. And we need steel. We need a lot of steel. There we are. And the Paulista Metropolis is completed. Great. So now we get the Argentina de Lenda. Actually, we're gonna get some... Huh. Right, Uruguay state is now a core. Oh, you annexed the Uruguayan Social Republic. Okay. I did not know all of this. And you do get Peru. And you also get an annexed war against Chile for some reason. So at least we get some good political power. And I guess the most important thing I get right now should be to go with the specter that is haunting America, because this is going to be all the war goals that we require actually. So I'm going to stop justifying, because I'm just going to get all the political power back and do that. Partial mobilization. We've got enough manpower for now. Export focus is fine. And then I'm going to wait until I can get on ahead of military intelligence. For the research, radio. Good. That's pretty great. So I want to thank you all for watching. As always, I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. Remember to plop down your ideas down below. See you soon.